Welcome back, everybody. WWE 2K22. We are on the air with you. We're getting ready for another episode of Universe Mode. And you can see on the title, this is Monday Night Raw, but you're probably wondering, what the heck? We got main event coming up. Well, we've talked about it for a while. We've taken in your feedback. And what we are going to do to kind of simplify things a little bit is we're going to get rid of main event. Main event will cease to be a show weekly, but we are going to keep main event as kind of like a semi-monthly big event, almost like a Saturday night's main event, but we're still going to call it main event. So we're still going to have main event, but it's not going to be part of the regular calendar. So it is gone. So on months, we're going to have two big shows basically every month is how it's going to be going forward. So on weeks, or I should say months, when we don't have an NXT show, like for example in November, we'll probably have a main event right there. And in December, or I think we were going to try to put one of the NXT shows somewhere here. So probably here we'll do one of the main events and here. And so kind of get the idea. So main event, like I said, and it's mainly just listen to your guys' feedback. This way we'll be able to get to the pay-per-views a little bit quicker. We'll only be doing 2 shows, 2 streams before we get to the pay-per-views instead of doing 3. So now it will only be 8 shows before we get to the pay-per-view rather than going through 12 streams, which that will, like I said, allow us to get to our pay-per-views a little bit quicker, and main event will kind of be like a bigger special show. So we'll still do main event, and main event will still be a place where you can see NXT matches and NXT superstars maybe get their run, but it's going to be a little bit tougher for them to get that opportunity rather than it be a weekly thing. If you want to know the old kayfabe reason, our interim president, who's going to be announced on the Monday after Clash of the Champions, he did away with main event, and it was one less place where Retribution can cause their havoc, and they were causing all kinds of chaos. So he got rid of it altogether, and they still have ownership over SmackDown and Fox, and they were about ready to take over main event, so he got rid of it. He killed it off. Our interim president did. So welcome in. A big hello to all you guys joining us in the chat so far. We are a week away from WWE 2K23 coming out, which as I said, I'm not planning on buying, at least not day one. And I know also we're getting a lot of questions about that, especially after 2K23 comes out. A lot of people are going to be asking, is this 2K23? It's not, because I want to finish at least a year of Universe Mode, and you can see we're still many, many, many months away, and you can't bring your save file over. So that's how it is with all sports games here on the channel. I've mentioned it a couple times, but I don't like the yearly release model of sports games. So I like to play through, as you guys know, franchise mode and universe mode and do multiple seasons of it, which is impossible to do when there's a yearly release. So I usually buy the game once every couple of years, 4 or 5 years, and that will allow me to knock out a bunch of seasons of a franchise, or in this case, a universe mode in between. So I did the same thing, Madden 12. I played Madden 12 for 8 years before I bought Madden 20. And I owned WWE 12, and I owned 2K, whichever one had all the WrestleManias. Maybe that was 14. And then I didn't buy another 2K until this one, which is until 2K20, as it were, which would be the really glitchy, terrible one. And then I bought this one because 2K20 was so bad. So either way, like I said, welcome aboard. Hit the subscribe button if you're new here. Help with the subs. Hit the like button as well, because that'll help out with the old YouTube algorithm. The algorithm loves the like button, so hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and do consider supporting us over on Patreon. If you're a member of patreon.com/tvsports27 at the end of each WWE stream, and now we can say that for sure with getting rid of main event, at the end of Raw and SmackDown, we give you a bonus Patreon match as part of WWE Dark. It's exclusive to Patreon. $5 gets you in the door, but there's all kinds of different levels and tiers you can join up with as well. And we like to give our Patreon shout-outs off the top for those of our top patron members over at the super fan, mega fan, ultra fan level. So a big hello and a big thank you to Justin Russell and Mr. Maple for being patrons. Thank you guys for your support, as well as all the other historians better. Oh my goodness, I forgot to change the arena. We're still in the New Japan arena. I completely forgot. We're back in the States. We're not in Japan anymore. So I gotta fix that real quick. Hopefully I can fix it. I don't know if it'll let me. Once we've already started the show, hopefully I can still change it. But if not, it's well, we can just say this is Mexico. It's maybe it's Fantasticomania. We went from Japan down to Mexico here. I completely forgot that to change that back. So there you go. Let's see if it will actually edit, or if once we're in the show, it will not allow you to edit the arena, which I could also see. But that was also my mistake. So there you have it. So let's edit this here and show detail. And I think everything should be the same. I just got to put the universe arena back in here. And we got a couple different Raws to pick from. I had been using this guy. Oh, okay, clicked the wrong button. I'd been using the curved ramp just because I felt like it didn't get enough love in Monday Night Raw's past, because it went so quickly before we went to the Thunderdome era. But we have this Raw, we have the big screen Raw, and we got Raw 05 that we got from our Rey Mysterio showcase mode, which I keep talking about that I want to finish to get the rest of those arenas. So that could be a potential somewhere down the line. But for now, we were going with that. And like I said, we'll see if it actually changes. If not, we'll just pretend that we're in Mexico City and they're doing some Fantasticomania shows or something like that. Anyway, so yeah, shout out to Justin. Shout out to Mr. Maple as part of our Patreon. Thank you guys so much. And in the chat, we got Zach, KJ, Brian all joining us. Thank you guys as well for being a part of the channel. So thumbs up, subscribe, and check us out, patreon.com/tbsports27. Let me bust out my notes here and see what kind of matches we got lined up for Clash of the Champions, because they're coming up pretty quickly. So here's your card thus far for Clash of the Champions. We got NWO Shawn Michaels wrestling his first ever match. He'll go one-on-one with Dolph Ziggler. The WWE Undisputed Championship, Mustafa Ali versus Omos. But we saw Omos take a pinfall loss on SmackDown. Unbelievable. We now know that he was indeed hit by the vehicle, by Retribution. So he was going into that one damage. But still, there was a lot of hype over the unbeatable Omos was going to be the one to defeat Mustafa Ali. Omos got beat by T-Bar. And we'll have to stay tuned, but I believe you're going to see Omos in action later on tonight, so you'll have to stay tuned for that one. The WWE Women's Tag Team Championships on the line. Generation Now versus Retribution, and Seth Rollins defending the Intercontinental Championship against Robert Roode. But now we are kicking things off here. We got Shayna Baszler. Now, did they wrestle in the past? I got to check my past videos here. Or maybe you guys can even remind me if they wrestled recently. Oh, we did get the old arena back, so that is good. And we're getting a little showdown here. I don't think so, because they were in Japan for the last show. So, but this is a rivalry. So something's going down right now. Oh, look at this! Instead of Becky Lynch coming out, it's Miss Money in the Bank, who has been a pretty furious rivalry with Suri, with a good amount of the matches happening on WWE Dark, and we had an ambulance match last Monday Night Raw, or last WWE Dark on Patreon between Suri and Charlotte Flair, so be sure to check that out, and maybe that feud's not over. Maybe we see more of Suri and Charlotte Flair as well take place on WWE Dark. You guys will have to stay tuned for that. That's over on patreon.com/tbsports27. But here comes Miss Money in the Bank. And this should be an interesting fight. Shayna Baszler and Charlotte Flair. And what's the relationship there with Becky Lynch coming out? Forearm shot by Baszler, and Baszler's going to take down Miss Money in the Bank. Now, we haven't seen much out of Shayna Baszler on Universe mode, whether she's been nursing some injuries or what have you. Welcome in again. About 7 or 8 matches because this is Monday Night Raw. This is our quote-unquote 3-hour show. And then we'll have the WWE Dark matchup on Patreon. Also tonight, it's NXT Roadblock. You guys excited for that? I got the YouTube TV DVR rolling. So as soon as I am done with this, you best believe we're going to be putting on NXT Roadblock. Should be an awesome show. No spoilers. No spoilers because I'm going to be watching it later. But for right now, Shayna Baszler going at Miss Money in the Bank. And what an impact Charlotte Flair has made the last couple of weeks as well. Not only on the New Japan G1 Supercard, but on WWE Dark. And when will she cash in Money in the Bank? That is the question we are all waiting for. Shayna Baszler goes straight into the steel steps. I see you guys in the chat. You guys chatting it up. Some of you guys playing Universe Mode. Now some of you guys are buying 2K23 Day 1. A little discussion about Peacock down there. Baszler with the big knee strike onto Charlotte Flair. And a nice counter by Flair. Flair returns the favor. Swinging neck breaker by Flair. Here goes into the cover. And Baszler powering out. Let me know in the chat. It was some of your guys' suggestion of the ambulance match between Charlotte Flair and Suri. What match do you guys want to see tonight on WWE Dark? Let me know your ideas down in the comments below. Is there a rivalry you want to see come to a head? Do you want to see Suri or... I've been saying Suri this whole time. It's Julia and Charlotte. My goodness. Pardon me. It's been Julia and Charlotte that's had the rivalry. I got Suri in the brain. I think because of that cool Oscar the Grouch jacket she was wearing. Did you guys see that from the press conference last night? So my bad on that mistake, but... Julia and Charlotte. It was Suri and Becky Lynch. Maybe that's what I was thinking of Suri. They had their rivalry. Brian says Otis and Chad Gable are rivals. I don't know about that. Alpha Academy, right? Gable got a big win on Raw last night. Knocked off Corbin. Over, up, and over. Shayna Baszler gets sent out, and now Charlotte up top. Waiting for Baszler. Here comes Charlotte Flair. Good Lord. Top rope Frankensteiner. From the inside of the ring to the outside of the ring. And this has been quite the battle to kick off Monday Night Raw. This is intense. Baszler gets sent into the ring post here. Oh my goodness! Is that blood? Is there bloodshed right now? Charlotte, she may be just looking for a count-out win here. Horsewomen versus horsewomen match in this one. Collar elbow tie-up here. Zach wants to see Roman Reigns in action. He took his first loss since making his return in that fatal four-way on SmackDown. And we still don't know where things stand. It's been, while we often see this gang mentality of retribution, you don't often see Roman Reigns backstage with them. So it's kind of a bizarre and unique situation that we're still trying to figure out and where this thing stands, where retribution, Roman Reigns kind of bought in as thinking that retribution was going to be protection. And then in the end, it ends up with Mustafa Ali as your WWE Undisputed Champion, while Roman Reigns is kind of on the outside looking in. There's a natural selection by Charlotte Flair and Shayna Baszler. She powers out and will kick out of this opening contest on Monday Night Raw. It rolls on. The peoples are getting into it right now. Shayna Baszler's not had many opportunities in universe mode. She wants to try to get the win, but Charlotte Flair nails the moonsault. And Miss Money in the Bank might want to try to put Shayna away once again rather than what she's doing right now. A chin lock locked in. Why not go ahead with that figure eight? It's almost like she's just trying to humiliate Baszler. Now Baszler went right to her feet. Counter by Charlotte Flair. Counter by the Queen of Spades, but the Queen of Diamonds, if you will. And there goes your figure eight locked in. Now Shayna, well, not quite. Shayna's real close to the ropes here. And Charlotte locks it in. Figure eight now on to Baszler. Oh, she is so close. Baszler, can she hang on? Oh my goodness, and she cannot. Shayna Baszler has tapped out. And whatever gives between Shayna Baszler and Charlotte Flair and Becky Lynch, it's a win right there for Charlotte Flair. And now Becky Lynch is coming back, so I guess there's a happenings. There's a happenings going on between Shayna Baszler and Becky Lynch. Hopefully this universe mode will kind of keep it going. Because I don't know where the heck it came out of. They haven't had any matches recently, have they? On our universe mode? I'm trying to look. It's just been Charlotte Flair and Julia. What about on SmackDown? Let me check SmackDown. I'm going through the past archives just to see. I don't remember this being a thing. Tornado tagged and the Retribution, so I guess it's just a thing coming up. Let me check the Raw before the G1 Supercard. This is when we had Jay White on the show. We had Bianca Belair and Asuka. Bianca's knocked off Asuka a couple times, right? Oh, it was Becky Lynch and Shayna on the Raw before G1 Supercard. So there you go. And they got into it. Okay. So I kind of remember now after going back. So that's the second time that Shayna Baszler's tapped out. So, you do these streams, a couple weeks in between. It's hard to remember every little thing that happens. There's supposed to be some revamped universe mode stuff, allegedly, but we shall see in the new game whenever it comes out. So, yeah. So with that being said, there you go. Maybe a rivalry that will also continue right there. But for now, RK Bro and the New Day, I feel like we've seen that battle quite a few times, right? Haven't we seen that a number of times? Do we see it again, perhaps? We just stick with the card. Roderick Strong and Brock Lesnar, that's an interesting one. Asuka and Bianca Belair, also Bianca's knocked off Asuka a number of times. I mean, I suppose we can go with a majority of the card here. Roman Reigns and Edge, that could be interesting. Maybe we do save that for WWE Dark. I think that was one of the suggestions, and that could be an interesting rematch to see that. That may be just our WWE Dark match after all. Jinder Mahal and Seth Rollins is also an interesting one, considering that it's going to be Seth Rollins and Robert Roode for the Intercontinental Championship. So we'll delete this guy for right now, and of course not. And then we will add a match. Well, we want to do it. Say, do we want to do it here? Or do we want to do it off universe mode? I guess we'll do it here, and then we can look at the NXT results at the beginning of SmackDown. So there you go with that. Okay, so that would be our. So there you go. So our WWE Dark, it is indeed going to be, per request, Roman Reigns and Edge. Of course, that was a WrestleMania Backlash main event, and we'll see if Roman Reigns can shake off the loss and where he stands with Retribution and all that. But that is going to be exclusively on Patreon, patreon.com/tvsports27. But you will get the rest of the card here. We might do a little editing along the way, but I think most of this card looks pretty normal. Tell you what, we will edit this one because I feel like we've seen this combination a little bit. So we're gonna switch it up, and instead of doing the New Day and RK Bro, let's do a three-way dance. Let's do a triple threat, and we'll do a regular old match. And instead of Randy Orton, it's gonna be Jordan Devlin, who's been kind of buddy-buddy, with RK Bro as of late. We'll also do Xavier Woods in there, but we're also going to put in Sami Zayn of The Conspiracy. So it's going to be Sami Zayn, Xavier Woods, and Jordan Devlin, which I think is going to be a pretty high-power match. Of course, Sami Zayn and Damian Priest, The Conspiracy. So there you have that one. Clash of the Champions on the way. We'll take control of Jordan Devlin in this one, so how's that? See you guys in the chat. We got Zach and Brian chatting away in the chat. We know we got Mr. Maple and Justin Russell. We're going to be eagerly awaiting Roman Reigns versus Edge in the WrestleMania Backlash main event rematch over on Patreon. But here's one of the wrestlers that benefited from us having a WWE main event was a Jordan Devlin, because he used that opportunity to pick up some wins and make it onto the Monday Night Raw roster. So less opportunities for the NXT guys, but they'll still have main event come around, like at least a couple times in the year. And that'll be their big opportunity. That's how they'll get to the main roster. Maybe make it a guarantee you pick up a win on an episode of main event. That's your way of getting to the main roster. And Jordan Devlin certainly used that opportunity to get there. And he did it with a brief feud with not only Randy Orton and Matt Riddle. And we highly encourage you to check out those matches with Randy Orton and Matt Riddle that Jordan Devlin had over on main event. So check those out, because those were star-making performances there. And with Clash of the Champions rolling too, I mean, you're possibly looking at maybe this being a contendership for the United States Championship. Of course, Austin Theory, just like he is in real life, here in Universe Mode, is your United States Champion. So we're still looking for a contender for the U.S. Championship. Whether or not Brock Lesnar wants to throw his hat into the mix on that one again. And here comes the Conspiracy. Sami Zayn. He's well loved these days in real life, right? I mean, he's one of the hottest things in pro wrestling right now. In our Universe Mode, he's still bitter old Conspiracy Sami Zayn, hanging around with Damian Priest. So we'll see if in our Universe Mode he can turn the tides and become one of the big old popular guys. But here we go, triple threat matchup underway on Monday Night Raw, and Devlin starting this one off fast with the double stomp onto Xavier Woods. And Sami Zayn, well, he's going to call this a conspiracy, because he's going to get tripped up, and he's not going to like that. Zayn, though, is going to return the favor. Big chop right there. And Sami Zayn with some forearm shots now. Staggering. Oh, DDT right there. And here comes Devlin again. This is going to be an intense matchup here between Jordan Devlin, Sami Zayn, and Xavier Woods. Devlin with that uppercut from behind, drop kick. Look at Devlin. Devlin wants that United States Championship opportunity. Is he going to get it with Austin Theory? Oh my goodness. Is that a knockout blow to Sami Zayn? He's going to try. Into the cover here on Zayn, and Sami Zayn kicking out at a count of two. Big right hand by Devlin. Xavier Woods has Devlin. Side headlock. Oh, my goodness. Enziguri kick. Jordan Devlin goes down, and Zayn will roll him over here, and broken up. Collar elbow tie up. Nope, not a tie. Oh, my goodness. And what a maneuver. Even Xavier Woods and Jordan Devlin in there. King of the Ring coming up in real life. Xavier Woods, your last King of the Ring winner. Maybe we'll do a King of the Ring on Universe mode. Would you guys want to see that? We'll have to figure out a month of which to do it. 'Cause I like to do big old tournaments. And we technically just did the tournament, the Money in the Bank Lethal Lottery that we did. Let's see in the chat. Zach says, who do you think's going to win at WrestleMania? I don't know. It's looking like, I mean, the way John Cena verbally handled Austin Theory quite easily. Theory, he is undefeated at WrestleMania, right? He beat Pat McAfee. Or no, Pat McAfee beat him because McAfee lost to Vince. So, I mean, I can see... it's hard to bet against John Cena at WrestleMania, right? I mean, I realized one of the last matches we kind of saw John Cena in at a WrestleMania was his very quick loss to The Undertaker. But I don't think you're going to get... It's like when Tom Brady lost the Super Bowl. You know what I mean? Like, you're not going to get John Cena to slip that many times. You got him once, but I think it's John Cena's match to take. What do you guys think? What are your predictions? Big rolling forearm shot by Xavier Woods. Devlin heading back out. And he's going to go up and over. He wanted to hit a nice little elbow drop there, but Sami Zayn pulled him out of the way. Blue Thunder Bomb onto Zayn, or from Zayn onto Woods. And Devlin is going to take Sami Zayn out onto the ring apron. Oh my goodness. And Zayn goes up and over Devlin. I'm going to try to just blow out the knee of Woods. Back elbow there. Zayn goes down. There's your cover by Devlin. And Sami Zayn, he is out. He kicks right out of there. There's been a lot of good wrestling in real life, right? The last couple weeks we had Ring of Honor make its debut. We had the New Japan Anniversary show yesterday. New Japan Cup is underway. Raw, NXT Roadblock is tonight. It never stops. We got our Universe mode, TV Sports 27. How you doing? You know what I mean? And look at Xavier Woods. Crash and burn to Sami Zayn, and Woods. He might be going for that patented elbow drop. There it is. That might be it for the Conspiracist. And only a 2 count. Unbelievable. Zayn powering out. We almost had a winner right there. We almost had a, I'm not saying for sure we got to talk to the interim president, but as we're getting closer to Clash of the Champions, you'd have to imagine something like this, a U.S. Championship opportunity might be awaiting one of these guys. Obviously, they'd have to deal with the KO way. Big stomp by Jordan Devlin. He's quickly going to go into the cover here. And Xavier Woods, though, he's watching right after it. Devlin, what has he got now? On to Woods. There might be no getting up from that one. Into the cover. And Woods kicks out. Man, these matches on Raw tonight. The first 2. How you going to follow? Maybe a knockout shot. I don't know. Devlin, he wants to head to the top. High risk. Nails it. Moonsault. 2 count. Good counter by Woods. Look at Sami Zayn. He got just a piece of Xavier Woods. I don't know, Woods trying to... somehow Woods is able to hit that elbow drop. I don't know how the heck he got around Devlin. Oh, Devlin. I'll pop the spine right there. Now into the cover here on Zayn. Sami Zayn goes down again. And what do you guys think? Do you want to see a Jordan Devlin Austin Theory for the U.S. Championship? I think that'd be a pretty exciting match, and maybe we'll see a little Jordan Devlin and RK Bro against the KOA or something coming up here. We still don't know Brock Lesnar's involvement, as it seems like things have kind of come and gone with the KOA. Brock Lesnar taking multiple losses to guys like Gargano and Austin Theory, but a pretty awesome matchup right there. Looking forward at the schedule coming up, probably looking at maybe a Thursday. Doing our Sunday night XFL game. That one would be over on Patreon, the Sunday night games, and then we'll see what this weekend brings us. Maybe we'll get a couple more WWEs in before the new game comes out. Look at this matchup; it's kind of interesting. Finn Balor and Apollo Crews. I'm kind of interested to see how this is going to play out. We're kind of just going with the universe mode matches, and again, knowing that Omos, not at 100%, obviously he's coming out with Apollo Crews, but maybe we'll see some interaction later tonight between Omos and members of Retribution. We'll have to see. We'll have to see what the rest of the card brings. But, you know, Omos, there's that doubt in the air, right? Omos versus Mustafa Ali at Clash of the Champions. People thought it was going to be a surefire thing, and now all of a sudden, doubt is in the air. After Omos, less than 100%, you knew Retribution was going to do something about it, right? You knew they weren't going to let Ali just go into that thing all willy-nilly. And we saw Omos get beat, shoulders to the mat, pinned, done, finished. So it's going to be very intriguing to see if Omos can bounce back from that. And what was looking like a surefire thing, now there's an era of doubt in the air as that match comes up at Clash of the Champions. But for now, there is Finn Balor, and we get to see Apollo Crews.
And his opponent, accompanied by Omar from Benue State, Nigeria, weighing in at 241 pounds, Apollo Crews.
And there you see behind him the #1 contender, the man that won the New Japan Rambo. And that match is part of Sunday Night Heat on Patreon, so you guys can check that out. But that is where we saw Omos begin to make his ascent to the top of the roster, winning the Rambo, no problem. And there he gets the undisputed championship opportunity coming up at Clash of the Champions. Listen to the folks getting into this one. And here we go. Apollo Crews. Finn Balor. Finn Balor, is he looking to coup de grace this one right now? Oh my goodness, not quite, but... Well, we got bloodshed. We got bloodshed right now. And Apollo Crews, he wants to try to keep this momentum going because not only for his career, but his good friend Omos to win that championship. Cruz got to battle through the adversity right now. With the face full of blood. The strawberry jelly in the face. Picks him up. Apollo loves the delayed suplex. Finn Balor's another man that's looking for his opportunity coming up at Clash of the Champions, if he can find a way to get on the card, as he was recently involved in the rivalry with the KO Way as well. Of course, we have the leaders of the Bullet Club and the KO Way, Finn Balor. The big drop kick from the top turnbuckle, and now a double stomp onto Apollo. Forget about it. Tie up here. And Balor sends Apollo into the buckle. What's he got in store for Apollo? He's going to send Apollo crashing backwards. Whiplash effect. And Apollo Crews, he kicks out. Finn Balor right now all over Apollo Crews. Well, there is your double stomp. And it's a kick out by Apollo. Oh my goodness, this is what the folks hope to see at Omos, at Clash of the Champions. Apollo Crews is up. Good block by Finn Balor. Balor's got Crews, but Crews fighting out of it. Look at the heart. Look at the effort by Apollo Crews. He about beheads Finn Balor. Picks him up. Nice snap suplex onto Balor. And Saguri kick. Tie up here. Up and over. Ooh. Oh my God. That's a whiplash in and of itself, just falling backwards like that. Right? Oh my sling blade. Sling blade. Finn Balor just sling blades Apollo Crews right to the floor. Crews getting out of the way. Ooh, Balor might have blown his knee out. What do you guys think about that? That was dangerous. Into the barricade. A bloody Apollo Crews. You get that bloodshed, man. That'll make a career. Ask Steve Austin. Ask Robert Roode, who's been on a tear as of late. And look at the strength of Apollo Crews. Finn Balor. Standing moonsault. And we need to get behind that ring post. Look at the face full of blood. Ooh. 2.5. Crews thought he had it. And what a comeback. This one by Apollo. The Apollo slam. Finn Balor. He's still alive. He's still in this thing. And Saguri kick by Crews. Snap suplex. Crews crawl into the top. Oh, and he misses the splash. He laid out for it. There's a shot from behind. Scorpion death drop. Ooh, like a modified version. And I thought Finn Balor might be going for the coup de grace. And again, Crews. He kicks out. I think 2K23's got some new pinfall method, right? Oh, second coup de grace. And that might be all they wrote. Apollo Crews has kicked out again. And Finn Balor's got to be left wondering, what the heck? You're telling me Crews doesn't want to get this done. That he doesn't want to help build momentum for Omos. going into the Undisputed Championship match at Clash of the Champions. This is unbelievable, unreal right now. Oh, he puts him down. Cruz to the top. This time he nails the big splash. And they're going to call that a 2 count. Oh my God. Finn Balor still in this thing. Cruz, Apollo slam. Is that going to be enough to put down Finn Balor? It is. What a matchup. What a matchup here on Monday Night Raw. Apollo Crews with a monstrous victory. And I realize it wasn't Omos, but the doubt that was in the air after Omos took the defeat against T-Bar on SmackDown. When you see that performance from Apollo Crews, you imagine some of that is going to go towards Omos. Some of that momentum will rub off on Omos. We could be looking at the partner of the brand new WWE Undisputed Champion, Apollo Crews. And there you see Omos about covering up the entire camera. That's how big the mighty Omos is. Unbelievable. That's the catchphrase. Unbelievable. I feel like we've had Bianca and Asuka quite a bit, but who knows? If the game wants us to keep doing it, maybe. I mean, it says rivalry. Maybe we just keep doing it, huh? I kind of like the rest of this card, though. Brock and Roderick. This is an interesting one with Mysterio, AJ Styles, and Mr. Money in the Bank, Kevin Owens. Then this is probably where we'll just do the Hurt Business against somebody. Seth Rollins and Jinder Mahal is also interesting. Maybe we'll do. Maybe we can do like Omos against, Lashley or somebody in the Hurt Business, and then of course our Patreon exclusive Edge versus Roman Reigns. So yeah, I think that's the rest of the card. We'll just roll with these matches for the rest of the show here. Of course, we've seen Rey Mysterio on a number of episodes of WWE Dark on Patreon. And here's the phenomenal one. Here's another man that's been dealing with the KO way. He's going to get a brief opportunity to deal with the KO way. And this man with the leader of the KO way, Kevin Owens.
The following contest is a triple threat match, making his way to the ring.
Of course, in real life, we're eagerly awaiting the return of the phenomenal AJ Styles. He's been out with injury. And Rey Mysterio as well in our universe mode. Hasn't had too much going for him. Hey, this is his opportunity.
And his opponents, first from San Diego, California, weighing in at 175 pounds, Rey Mysterio!
Rey Mysterio. And of course, Mr. Money in the Bank, Kevin Owens.
And representing the way from Marieville, Quebec, Canada, Weighing in at 266 pounds, Kevin Owens.
All right, guys, let us hear your predictions down below. We still got folks joining us. Good to have Brady Man joining us as well as everyone else. Never too late, my friend. You know, all these streams archived right here on YouTube. So you can check out the action. Still got several more matches to go here tonight on Raw. In addition to our Patreon exclusive WWE Dark main event. It'll be Roman Reigns versus Edge. A rematch from WrestleMania Backlash, which was for the WWE Undisputed Championship. Right now we got our triple threat matchup, our second triple threat matchup here, as we saw Jordan Devlin get the win earlier tonight. Maybe something like the winner of this one takes on Jordan Devlin or what have you. We got Cameron joining us. I think maybe a first-time chatter, I believe. If it is your first time, hello, Cameron. Welcome. Everyone give Cameron a big warm welcome, a big TB Sports welcome here. Kevin Owens. Oh, how about the block by Rey Mysterio? If you are new here, Cameron, don't forget, hit that subscribe button. We got plenty more to go. Hit the like button as well. We got a shout out from Brady Man to Cameron. Big hello there. Triple threat matchup here. Mr. Money in the Bank, AJ Styles, and Rey Mysterio. We got Brock Lesnar and Roderick Strong coming up next. Brock, yes, Cameron says just subscribe. The man. Thank you, Cameron. Appreciate it. Thank you so much for being here. Well, you got plenty of good stuff to catch up on in the archives here. Hours and hours of past streams you can check out. We're glad to have you here. Rey Mysterio up top. Look at Mysterio sending Kevin Owens face first into the canvas, and now it's Mysterio and AJ Styles. Everyone trying to bide their spot with Clash of the Champions right around the corner. And Kevin Owens, he's just thrown around the ring. So there's the question. I said we're going to get the question a million times. Not planning on getting 2K23, at least not on day one. No plans to pick up 2K23. Although some of the changes seem kind of cool that they've made, but that's again, that's just stuff that can easily be patched in rather than try to make people buy a new game, you know? But that's just me. Some cool changes, but like changes that aren't $70 worth, in my opinion. Especially when there's not going to be a whole lot of difference compared to 2K22. But for those of you that are pumped up and are excited, glad to hear it. But we'll throw a little plug ski in there, especially for Cameron. If you would like to continue to help support the channel, if you want to see us get 2K23, we're over on Patreon, patreon.com/TVSports27. We give you a lot of bonus content, a lot of bang for your buck. Edge and Roman Reigns coming up your way. WWE Dark exclusively on Patreon, so do check us out over there, you know what I'm saying? Well, Kevin Owens was like a punching bag early on in this matchup, and now he's the king of the ring. Oh, AJ Styles. Yeah, War Games is a pretty cool new feature that, that's something I've done in the past. Like, I have my way of doing War Games in this game without there being an... Hey, AJ Styles with the stunner. without there being like an actual War Games. So it's cool it's going to be in the another game, but I think you can you even do 8-man War Games, or is it only 3-on-3? Maybe you can do 8-man. I haven't read up on it too much. Maybe someone can let me know in the chat. Kevin Owens up and over, but we've done several War Games, and you can check out those past results over on our Patreon page. Okay, 3-on-3 and 4-on-4. We did the original NXT ECW feud from our old universe mode. That ended in a War Games matchup, and that was won by ECW, where they would take over NXT. And then we had we actually have, I think, one of the final falls of this on our classic clips section here on YouTube, which was Jim Cornette's group. It was a 4-way tag team War Games match, and it was Jim Cornette's Defiant against Vince Russo's Main Event Mafia against Eric Bischoff's WCW and Shane McMahon's Bullet Club, and that one would end up being won by Bullet Club. And that's when we kind of did like our hybrid. Like, we had WCW, but we kind of did it like, what if, an AEW style, but we did it kind of like in the guise of All In, where like, what if instead of AEW it was like the Bullet Club? So we kind of did it like that, and kind of did like the same set as All In as well. And that was the War Games results. And who knows? I don't want to say any spoilers, especially since we're not planning on getting 2K23, which has the War Games match in it. But obviously this Retribution thing's got to come to an end at some point, right? So I don't know. Stay tuned. That's all I'm going to say is stay tuned. Rey Mysterio, frog splash from the top onto Mr. Money in the Bank. Kevin Owens kicks out. This Monday Night Raw has been off the charts. I'm just going to say that. It's been incredible. Collar elbow oh, no. Styles. Yes, neck breaker. I think Kevin Owens is going to charge in and try to hit a pop-up power bomb. And AJ Styles, he hits the Styles Clash. Oh, Kevin Owens! This Monday Night Raw has been something else. Kevin Owens surviving the Styles Clash. There's your pop-up power bomb. Is Mr. Money in the Bank gonna steal this one? No. Rey Mysterio in there. And he takes Kevin Owens off his feet. People have been begging Kevin Owens. Cash in Money in the Bank. Save us from Retribution. And Kevin Owens, he only does things for Kevin Owens. It's kind of disgraceful. But we've had so many people that have told Kevin Owens, we'll get the whole locker room out here, but cash that thing in and save. Kevin Owens isn't any better than Mustafa Ali in terms of attitude, but it's just, anything to get the championship away from Mustafa Ali. Rey Mysterio into the cover here on Styles. Whoo, and Styles just barely powering out of that one there. Mysterio heads to the top, frog splash. Nicely executed. That might be enough to put AJ away. And Rey Mysterio, so there you go. Huge victory for Rey Mysterio, and we'll see where that propels him here in universe mode going forward. But that was a solid win for Rey Mysterio.
Here is your winner, Rey Mysterio.
Brady Man says the KO show. Well, not tonight. Owens was on the outside looking in, but maybe, I don't know, maybe we see something with the KO way and Rey Mysterio. That could be something we see down the line. Maybe a little rivalry be brewing a little bit here. I got my notes. I jot all these things down in the notes here. What we do for universe mode. All right, so we still got quite a bit to go here. We got 1, 2, 3, 4 more matches plus our WWE dark match. So how about it? Brock Lesnar, Roderick Strong. We've been hearing rumors abound, as you know. Here in WWE, kind of leaning on Brock Lesnar to be the guy that's going to take it to Retribution, one of the guys, and he's been kind of sidetracked as of late. Got into this thing with the KO way, took some losses to Gargano, and momentarily held the U.S. Championship, and then slipped up and lost it right back in shocking fashion to Austin Theory. Theory's held just multiple championships here in Universe mode in this short time. I mean, the Intercontinental and the U.S. title, they've been passed around like a hot potato around here. I'm trying to even think of all the U.S. champions we've had in Universe mode. Maybe someone can compile a list, but it's been a lot. I know the Intercontinental Championship as well. I mean, Seth Rollins got it now, but Drew Gulak had it for a time, and Austin Theory had it for a time, and it's, went all over the place. Sami Zayn had it for a time. But we've been hearing rumors that, that maybe Paul Heyman has been circulating around and trying to do what he can to get Brock Lesnar. Yes, Roadblock. I got Roadblock DVRing, so no spoilers. But I got Roadblock DVRing right now. YouTube TV, little plug ski for YouTube TV. I got it rolling. And as soon as we're done with this stream, I'm going to be popping on Roadblock, watching without the commercials, you know what I mean? That's how we do it here. So here we go, Brock Lesnar and Roderick Strong. This should be a good one. First time matchup between Roderick Strong and Brock Lesnar. And we'll see. No Paul Heyman as of yet. Those are just the rumors abound. And, we've been hearing interesting things too. Of course, it's been a feud between Lesnar and Roman Reigns. But there's, certainly this relationship as well between Paul Heyman and Roman Reigns and the Anoa'i family, and who knows what Paul Heyman is trying to pull off behind the scenes. You know what I mean? But for now, it's Brock Lesnar just trying to get back to these winning ways. As he has been less than 500 as of late. As we said, losses to Austin Theory, losses to Johnny Gargano. He lost to Will Ospreay at G1 Supercard. I mean, Brock Lesnar had Will Ospreay beat. And here it is again. You see, certainly nothing. Roderick Strong, one of the toughest men in pro wrestling, but just the size advantage of Brock Lesnar. And we need Brock to be at 100% for this thing with Retribution. Look at Brock, though. And it don't take much for Brock to get back into it, I tell you what. Oh my goodness. Well, Roderick Strong. He thought he was going to go to Suplex City, or Brock thought that. But Roderick landed on his feet. But it didn't take long for Brock to get right back into it. But Roderick Strong fighting with Brock. He ain't going down without a fight, but Brock Lesnar back elbow. And there's the just taking down Strong. So Strong trying to hang in there now. Oh my God. What a shot by Lesnar. He's going to go right into the cover. Is that going to be enough to get the victory? My goodness. And Roderick Strong kicks out. Again, these knockout blows of Lesnar. And Roderick Strong's going to answer. And Roderick's had some fight for Brock. He's had some fight, but Brock's just been able to answer right back each and every time. Well, Brock's already got some cauliflower ear, right? Oh my goodness, what the world was that from Lesnar? Oh, Brock Lesnar out of nowhere. F5 to Roderick Strong. Oh, I'm ready for Roadblock. I am pumped. Roderick Strong kicked out of the F5. And that's what we're talking about right now. Again, no disrespect to Roderick Strong, but, I mean, this is Brock Lesnar we're talking about. Oh, but now he's going to throw Roderick Strong around. Roderick's keeping the fight up, but Brock, I mean, here comes Roderick Strong. Roderick Strong catching Brock right between the eyes, and he's going to go to the top buckle here. He's calling Lesnar up to his feet. Oh my, I don't know what that was. He looked like he broke his back. Another huge blow to Roddy Strong, and a couple more suplexes for Roderick Strong. Brady Man saying, are we going to stream tomorrow? I'm not sure. Probably not, because usually AEW Wednesdays are pretty busy, especially coming off of Revolution. But we'll see. If there's enough requests for it, I'll keep my comments open. You know, you guys can get a hold of me on Twitter and on Patreon, but if there's enough demand for it, you know, I'll consider it, right? I'll consider it. Well, Brock Lesnar, he gets the win right there. That was a hard-fought matchup, but victory for Brock Lesnar. Definitely not an easy one, without question. Took 2 F5s to put down Roderick Strong. This has been one crazy Monday Night Raw from Japan to Mexico City. Brock Lesnar, what will his destination be at Clash of the Champions? Will he get back into the mix with Retribution? Does he have unfinished business with the KOA? Stay tuned to find out. It's going to be a pretty stacked card coming up. With this one, you know what? Why don't we've seen this a couple times the past couple of weeks. It's another rivalry. Let's just let the computer and see how this one ends up. And maybe this is some match we see coming up at Clash of the Champions as well. Already a pretty stacked card. The Usos versus the Natural Disasters. NWO Shawn Michaels versus Dolph Ziggler. Omos versus Mustafa Ali for the Undisputed Championship. Of course, we're going to see Intercontinental Champion Seth Rollins in your main event with Jinder Mahal. And there's a lot of interest in that about what that is even going to be, whether it's just going to be a simple match or what. But Robert Roode, your number one contender to the Intercontinental Championship.
Is scheduled for one fall, making her way to the ring from Knoxville, Tennessee, the WWE Women's
So there's your
Champion.
women's champion who's picked up 2 wins over Asuka as of late. And like I said, we're going to sit back. We're going to let the CPU take this one. And we'll see what kind of rivalry elements are going to come out of this one, if anything. Sometimes it says rivalry, you don't get anything.
From Osaka, Japan,
Here we go. Can Asuka break the losing streak? 2 falls. Bianca Belair hammering away. Oh, quick cover there by Bianca. That's kind of similar to what Charlotte Flair did earlier, right? You guys remember that? That was a... I don't know. It worked out for Charlotte Flair, I guess, right? Bianca, actually gonna hammer away at the Empress. No problem. Brady Man says, I can't wait when you stream to talk about Roadblock because you're the only YouTuber who streams the games and talks to his fans. Oh, I can't be the only one out there, right? There's gotta be others that do all that. But certainly, you know, we try to keep up with when we can. Usually a lot of chats go by, so it's hard to play and look down at the chat at the same time, but we certainly, you know, make sure you people are... The folks out there, you guys, the fans, the lovelies, the Dan-Dans, you're all well known. If I could borrow a term of endearment from my other favorite YouTubers. So thank you to the guys that chat. Thank you again to all our Patreons that, you know, however you can support us, whether you're here giving the view or hitting that thumbs up, or whether you're supporting us financially or you're checking out our Ko-Fi link down in the comments below. Any way you help us out is a huge, huge benefit and a huge gift to the channel. So we thank everybody that helps support us for that. And we appreciate you. And that's why we give you the bonus content. We still got Roman Reigns and Edge coming up on WWE Dark. That's going to be exclusively on Patreon. We still got coming up next Omos and Bobby Lashley. And Seth Rollins and Jinder Mahal here on Monday Night Raw. So you guys know, main event done as a weekly show. We're not doing the weekly main event show anymore, but it will still be around as kind of like a Saturday night's main event, like a big show, so to speak. That's more in line with WWE style, right? Like they do main event, but they just do, you know, Raw and SmackDown are kind of their big shows. 450 splash by Bianca Belair. And Asuka powered. I was going to say, if Bianca pins Asuka again, that's got to be it for the feud. That's got to be Asuka going to start from ground zero and kind of work her way back up into this one. Ooh. How close was that for the EST? Right? It was pretty darn close. 450. Oh, what a counter. What a counter by Asuka. Counter by the Empress. This armbar locked in. Bianca looks to be in. Oh, is that? Wait a minute. Was that a tap out right there? That was close. What do you guys think? That was really close. I don't know about that. We didn't have a double feature, but referee's discretion. He said not a tap out. Not a tap out. So this one will continue. And but you'd have to imagine a final opportunity for Asuka here after dropping the last two matchups to Bianca Belair. And if Asuka loses a third, where does she go from here? How does she bounce back? Well, we got an Asuka fan right there. No one's ready for Asuka, well, except Bianca Belair. And, well, unfortunately for that fan right there, this could be... Is she going to... I thought she was going to go for the KOD. Instead, she's got the submission locked in here. Did Asuka just tap out? No, referee. That's the second time I thought there was a tap out. And And the referee said, not so fast. Oh, Asuka lock coming in out of nowhere. Bianca trying to roll to the ropes here. The women's champion, she survives. Wow. Is she going to have enough to power out, though? Let's see. She does. Wow. She had to roll on her opposite shoulder, though. Did you see that? Nice kick by Asuka. Here comes your running hip attack. One more time. The second Asuka lock. And, well, it looked like Asuka was going to go down for a three-peat here. And the women's champion has just tapped out. Asuka ends the losing streak. She gets the win. And she may have just secured a WWE Women's Championship opportunity. Look at that. They said match of the year right there. This has got to be some kind of stipulation match, you would think, right? Asuka and Bianca, as many times as they've battled each other as of late. Because they were in the mix. They were in the mix at SummerSlam, right? I have to go back and check my notes, but I believe that was the match at SummerSlam, or it was a triple threat, right? I can just go right now. TV Sports right now. Let's look at the archives. Live, or was it under videos? Because I remember seeing the picture. Maybe it was one of the live ones. Yeah, it's the triple threat. It was Asuka, Becky, and Bianca. So, okay. Well, we'll have to see. Maybe some kind of stipulation. All right, we're getting down to it here. So this match will not involve retribution. In fact, it's going to be kind of a retribution-free show, if you will. It is going to be Bobby Lashley of the Hurt Business going up against Omos here. And here we go. Can Omos answer back? Is he 100%? He took the loss on SmackDown. Can he answer back? And then we're going to do Jinder and Seth as your main event. And then Edge and Roman on WWE Dark. So I say let's jump into it. Load screen, load screen. Gotta love those. Gotta love them. Here we go. This is a big business match. Omos and Bobby Lashley, right? Versus Omos, your number one contender to the WWE Undisputed Championship.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Making his way to the ring, accompanied by Apollo Crews from Lagos, Nigeria.
But the question remains that I didn't think we'd be in this situation, but as we've kind of hyped it up, it was basically, you know, what people assumed, a foregone conclusion that Omos was going to waltz into Clash of the Champions and defeat Mustafa Ali, but now Omos, it still hasn't been confirmed. It's just been rumors, but it was on SmackDown where we heard that there was basically vehicular homicide, but there's no proof of it, no evidence of it anywhere. And Omos, you know, obviously doesn't want to show any signs of weakness, so he didn't claim anything. But it's obvious he was less than 100% in that six-man tag on SmackDown, and then to take the loss to T-Bar. Now everyone's just kind of like, wow, Omos is beatable. So now Omos has got to kind of shake that off and see if he can't go on one heck of a winning streak going into the pay-per-view here. Zach saying he's playing Far Cry 5 on the Xbox. I've never played any of the Far Cries. Are they? I was going to say, are they any good? But I assume so if they're up to 5 of them, right? Oh, look at this. Omos. All right, Omos got to put it all on the line right now here. We said a Retribution-free Raw. I assume, we might see something after this. We'll have to see what happens. I got to get back to playing Horizons and God of War on the channel here. We kind of left off on both of those, but we'll try to see if we can't make some time to stream some of those. Omos and Bobby Lashley. What are the Hurt Business's plans? Every match you see, as you lead up to Clash of the Champion, the question is, what is the plan of this superstar or this team going into the pay-per-view? And for the Hurt Business, the tag team titles, they're kind of already spoken for with the Natural Disasters. They're going to be in action against the Usos, so that's kind of spoken for. So now it's just kind of like, determining what is the Hurt Business? Where are they going to be? Where do they slot themselves at Clash of the Champions? This is huge right here. If Bobby Lashley can defeat Omos, does Lashley, with Omos losing 2 in a row, would Lashley get Omos' spot in the main event? Can Lashley put himself in that title opportunity? Obviously, in real life, the Hurt Business and Retribution had their rivalry. Oh my goodness. Well, if there are any doubts about Omos, I think they just got answered right there. That was a quick match. That was a quick match, and Omos beats Bobby Lashley.
Here is your winner.
That wasn't even competitive. That was the Colossus, the Nigerian Nightmare, Omos. Just knocked off Bobby Lashley. And ladies and gentlemen, through the crowd, you got to watch out. Making his return to the WWE, it's Montez Ford, and Ford is going after Angelo Dawkins. Yes, Ford and Dawkins going at it. Even MVP gets taken down. Montez Ford is back. Ford taking it to Dawkins. Holy smokes, welcome back, Montez Ford, as they are going at it. This is unbelievable. Montez Ford, Angelo Dawkins, and as we say that, here comes Retribution, folks. Here comes Ali, here comes T-Bar, Mace, Machine. They all come into the ring, and Omos and Apollo Crews are doing all they can to fight him off. But who comes to make the save? It's Edge and it's Brock Lesnar fighting off members of Retribution. Brock Lesnar and Machine specifically going at it, fighting it out. And there's no Roman Reigns of which to speak of. Can you guys believe that? My goodness. Well, it's a lot is happening. Now it's time for our main event. And Tommaso Ciampa? Tommaso Ciampa has jumped Intercontinental Champion Seth Rollins. Seth Rollins set to defend the Intercontinental Championship against Robert Roode coming up at Clash of the Champions, but Tommaso Ciampa, it seems like, wants to be in that title hunt. That's going to be interesting. We'll have to see. Stay tuned, guys, to SmackDown, because we'll have to see. There's Robert Roode and Tommaso Ciampa. Is Roode going to allow somebody else to get into his match? My goodness. Well, Seth Rollins has to try to answer back for that beatdown, and, well, it could turn into a fatal four-way if Jinder Mahal picks up the win here. Then all of a sudden, you got everyone screaming for the number one contendership to the Intercontinental Championship. It gets real fast. Seth Rollins, you got two former WWE champions in the ring right now. What's Rollins going for here? Up and over. Ooh, he wasted too much time. I think he was trying to get his footing on that rope, was he not? Just trying to figure out that footing. And Jinder Mahal with the submission hold locked in here. Of course, we're not done yet. Right after this, head on over. Patreon.com/TBSports27 WWE Dark. Roman Reigns versus Edge will be your Patreon exclusive bonus match. All 8 past episodes of WWE Dark, including Hell in a Cells and street fights and ambulance matches and El Desperados and title matches, they are up right now. You can check out the whole library of WWE Dark on patreon.com/TBSports27. This was your finals, by the way, to crown the very first NXT champion. If you guys know your NXT history on Roadblock Night, it was Jinder Mahal and Seth Rollins one-on-one, and Jinder Mahal got the victory and became the first ever NXT champion. Well, that did not work out too well, and now Jinder Mahal right now obviously dealing with an injured Seth Rollins. But Rollins doing all he can to fend off this challenge of Mahal, and I don't know if there's some kind of partnership between Mahal and Tommaso Ciampa, or if this was just Ciampa doing things on his own or what, but we're going back and forth in this one between Mahal and Rollins. Could it be a buckle bomb possibly in the future? No. Well, Mahal did counter, but then it just seemed like he was dizzy, like he had vertigo or something. Oh, Seth Rollins going to stomp a mud hole into Jinder Mahal. Why not? Seth Rollins has done a nice job to bounce back from the adversity. Rollins, Stardust Splash, Phoenix Splash. Woo! Nearly got the 3 count onto Jinder Mahal. Jinder. Seth Rollins hits the curb stomp. He hits it onto Jinder Mahal into the cover. There you go. Seth Rollins turns back the challenge of Jinder Mahal, and now all of a sudden, you gotta wonder, what is Tommaso Ciampa's business? We'll have to find out on SmackDown, but that's gonna wrap things up for this stream, guys. We'll see, is there any kind of post-match activity here? Yeah, you're gonna have to stay tuned for SmackDown to see if there's any follow-up with the Jinder Mahal, Seth Rollins, Robert Roode situation. Your WWE Intercontinental Champion Seth Rollins reigns supreme. Clash of the Champions is coming your way, folks. Ali versus Omos. It's looking like Montez Ford and Angelo Dawkins are going to be going at it. Asuka, Bianca Belair might be finishing off things. But ladies and gentlemen, that is going to do it for our stream. But we are not done while WWE goes off the air. Of course, you know what happens. There's dark matches. And WWE Dark is going to come your way exclusively on Patreon. Patreon.com/TBSports27. It's Roman Reigns. Is he with Retribution? Is he against Retribution? Where does he stand? Ladies and gentlemen, WWE Dark. Patreon.com/WWE, Patreon, I can't even get the plug out. Patreon.com/TBSports27, WWE Dark, Roman Reigns versus Edge, one-on-one. We'll see ya on Patreon.